Okay, now let us look at our first C++ program on Turbo C++. So here I have the Turbo C++ editor. You can see I'll just go to File, click on New. So the new file is open. It is named as noname.cpp. CPP is the extension of all the C++ files. So let us start typing the first program. So here I'm just going to type a comment. So I will just say my first program in C++, and then we start with the preprocessor directives. Preprocessor directives are those which are going to contain the standard input output functions that we need in a program. So I'm going to write #include iostream dot h. I'm going to include one more header file. Dot h means header file. So one more header file I'm going to include. Okay, that is known as conio.h. So these header files contain the required functions for our program. Okay, and then we start with the main function. So void main, two parentheses, and then I open with the curly braces. So here I'm going to say cout, yes, less than hello world. Okay, and then I close the double quotes. I put again less than, I say endl, put a semicolon, and then I'm going to close with the braces. So our first C++ program is done. So to save this, I can go to File, I can go and say Save, or I can also click on F2, which is a shortcut key. And now, see, you just need to save it here. So here, I will just save it as hello. Okay, hello underscore I'll put and world. Okay, hello world.cpp. So I think there's a file already existing, so that's the reason it's showing that box. Don't worry about that, it will not show in your systems. So you just type the name hello world.cpp. So you can see here the name of the file is changed here. Now the next step is, after we have written, we have put the comments, the header files, we have also written the program. Now we have to go to compile and then click on compile. So there are no warnings and no errors. So our program is going to run. So you can see here, I'll just go click on run. What happened? You're not able to see the output. Why? Because it is so fast, you're not able to see the output. So for this purpose, we need a key press. For that, I need to include one more function, which is found in your conio.h. So the name of the function is getch or getche, what you can do. So getch I have put here. Okay, so now once I do this, I have to go and run. Okay, so here you can see that I just go and say compile. Again, there are no errors, and then I'm going to go and say run. So you can see the output here. It shows hello world, but it is showing 2 times. Why? Because it is showing the earlier output also, which had come out very fast, which we were not able to see. Now, let us say we want to see only our present output. We don't want to see the previous output. Then we have one more function in C++, which is known as clear screen. So we write CLR, SCR, and 2 brackets like this. Is it clear? So once you put this function, let me run this program again. Now I'm going to use a shortcut key. So if you see here, in compile you have Alt F9, and in run you have CTRL plus F9. So I'm going to use CTRL plus F9 to compile this program. Okay, so I've just compiled this program here. So again, there are no errors, and once it says press any key, so I press the enter key here. Okay, so once I press this enter key here, I'll be able to see the output. So I'm getting only one output here. It is known as hello world. Yes, so coming back to our program, I'll briefly explain you this program here itself. So if you see here, you are able to see only this hello world onto the screen. So you may be wondering, I've written so much, why is only this much is seen? Because see, we have to understand that computer understands only stepwise instructions. So here we are going to write the header files, because the standard input output, IO stands for input output. Stream is the flow of data in C++. All the data that you are finding in C++, the objects, everything is in the form of streams. Okay, so first we have to include the input output stream so that we can use the functions of IO stream. So this preprocessor directive, as the name suggests, Pre means before, processor means before processing. It is going to include this header file, and it is going to include all the functions in the header file in your program. Okay, so after that we have come to this particular thing, void main. Void is a written data type and main is the name of the function. So what does a function do? A function is going to execute some set of statements for you. So if you observe here, this particular statements, you just forget about these statements. There are two braces here, curly braces, one here and one down. So these braces, in between these two braces is where your function is going to be executed. Now let us quickly look at the structure of the C++ program. So here if you see the first line, we have two slashes, so that is known as comments. Comments are those lines which are ignored by the compiler. It is for mainly for the readability of the program. What I mean by readability of the program? See, as a programmer, once I see this program, I need to know what this program is going to do. So when I come here and see my first program in C++, okay, I know that, okay, this is going to be the first program in C++. So like that, if we are going to explain what that program is going to do for others who are going to read our programs or our source code, we can use these comments. It also helps us to know that what variables we have declared where, why, because here the lines of code is very less, but in real world projects, the lines of code will be enormous. So that time it will be very difficult for us to remember what we have done at that point of time. Okay, or you as a programmer might definitely know what you have done, but if others are also there in your team who want to read your program, then after that I told you why we are using clear screen and get ch. Now coming to the cout less than hello world. Here cout is a object of the IO stream again, and it is for output. When you want to print anything on the terminal screen, we use cout. Out is output, remember that. And less than is known as an insertion operator in C++. So whatever comes after this less than is inserted in your cout object. So here we are having hello world. So this hello world will be inserted in your cout object, and after that we are having one endl. See, this endl is given because for the cursor to move to the next line. Okay, so you can observe here when after hello world the cursor